Hey Charlie, how are you, mate? YouTube live streaming is a joke, people. I'm going to have to contact support. This is ridiculous. Okay? I just tried to log into my own account and it wouldn't bring up the stream. Whoever does it has no idea how to live stream. Absolutely disgraceful, famo. Tools, how are you, bud? Welcome to the stream, mate. Let me just change this now. This is ridiculous. Jazza, how are you, bud? Welcome, everyone. Sorry about the disgraceful delay. Right, so the weed's gone, which is good. Now we can concentrate on some fish, you know. All right, so our bait's been taken, which is fantastic. Once again, welcome everyone. Weddle, how are you? Jazza, how you going, bud? Just give me a second. Just give me a second, people. Right, so just give me a second. I've just got to edit a few things. Once again, I'm very sorry about this. Excellent. Welcome, everyone. Weddle, Charlie. Nice one. Jerk, how are you, bud? I hope. Let me know if the audio's not in sync. First thing I need you to do, people, can you just like the live stream? Okay, just get that going. I'm very sorry about this, but I've had enough of YouTube. Whoever organised the live streaming on YouTube has never live streamed in their life. They have absolutely no idea how it works. Okay? Rightio. Righto, fam. PJ! Oh, it is, mate. The picture quality is sensational, bud. Absolutely sensational. I don't think this gets compressed like Twitch does, whatever that means. Right? Nearly as compressed as my temper at the moment. PJ, welcome, bud. Thank you very, very much. Rightio, stick around, people. I'll teach you how to fish. Thanks, Tools. Falcon the Beast, how are you, bud? Thanks, Tools. I really appreciate the support, mate. Oh, it's great. It was actually 1080p on Twitch as well, Charlie. All right, people, what we're going to do is we're going to make a different rig now. What I'm going to do, because it's night time, I'm going to put bigger baits out. It depends what you're doing, I have, Tools. So just hang on a second. I'll show you. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to join two hooks together without using gangs, right? I'm going to use monofilament. So this knot is called a snell. Right, so just give me a second. Hello Susan, how are you mate? Welcome to the stream, bud. Good to see you in here, thanks. Susan, thanks very much for your support on the channel, mate. Greatly appreciated. We're going to be doing a lot of live streaming on YouTube this year, if it holds up. Now just give me a second, I've got to go and put some fuel in the generator, otherwise we might not have a stream. No, not at all. Running Aces, how are you, bud? Nice to see so many familiar faces in here, fam. Right, just give me a second. I'm just going to go and put some fuel in the generator. I'll be straight back. All right, just give me a couple of minutes. Okay, and now I've got fuel on my finger, which means no fish will bite. Alrighty then, now let me turn the lights off before we're walking home. There we go. Sweet Peach, how are you, mate? Thanks everyone, I really appreciate 19 viewers in here. Don't forget to click the thumbs up to like the video to let YouTube know that we're actually trying to do something on their difficult website, you know. Oh, hang on. Just give me a second, fam. Excellent, Sweet Peach. Just give me a second, fam. Just a little bit of housekeeping, for want of a better word. All right, I've just got to get this done. so difficult. That's not what I'm after. Hang on a second, fam. Just give me a second and I'll get everything set up. This is the part of YouTube that becomes difficult after a while, okay? Now, just give me a second. I'm very sorry to do this. Studio. Content. Okay, analytics, thank you very much. More. Lovely, we'll get that done. Thank you, thank you. Boom. Get that in here and paste. Thank you, thank you. We do not allow embedding on our stream. And sports. Oh, for God's sake. Sports. Yep. No, not that one. Save. Okay, we're finally into it. All right, we're back. Thank you, everyone. Bulldog, how are you, bud? Oh, Weddle, YouTube is hopeless compared to Twitch. I know that it's a better platform, and it will be, but you can tell the people that designed the live streaming on YouTube don't really have any grasp of it, mate. So anyway, later on we'll figure that out. All right, so let's get some of this mullet onto the hook. Rightio. So, what we're going to do now is, this is a mullet fillet. This has got, hey there Hurricane Whiz, this has got a little bit of the stomach cavity on there. So what we're going to do is, we're going to put that in there, through the mullet scales, like so, come on. Okay, boom. Then put this in here like so. Right, do a little half hitch, like so. Right, actually no, we won't do the half hitch. And then what we're going to do is, we're just going to put the little float on it. And hopefully this is going to do the job. Mullet is my favourite bait on the beach. Wow. I should have used a longer piece of monofilament. Okay, nicely done. All right, we're going to cast on yourself, bud. The only reason that's the case is because you haven't done enough of it, or you've never been shown. If you watch this stream for long enough, I'll teach you how to fish on YouTube. Okay? And it'll be absolutely no charge, bud. So don't stress about that, Weddle. We've got it covered. All right, so this is a nice big bit of mullet. Rightio, down we go. So what I'm doing here, okay, see how I'm fishing with one bait? The closer you get your bait to your sinker, the easier it is to cast, okay? And then what we will do, hopefully in the water, the float will lift the bait above the weed line and all the silt on the bottom, and then that way that will keep it in the strike zone. So, let's go. Beautiful night. Okay. Okay. Oh, no, come on. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get the sinker to bed itself into the sand. Beautiful. So, after you've done your cast, right, have a look at the fishing rod. And if the fishing rod is dead straight like that, you know that the sinker's sitting on top of the sand. If it has a slight bend in it, it means that you've put tension on the line with the sinker having sunk into the sand. So what I've done there on that rod tip, okay, is the rod tip is at that angle, and that shows that my sinker's buried in the sand, okay? All right. So yeah, look, basically anything that bites, I'm not that fussy at the moment. Right. Okay. Let's get this done, shall we? Now, what I'm going to do is, and thank you very much to the 21 people that are watching, okay? As I said, don't forget to click on the thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that we're live, okay? Wow. We're over... Wow, 4,314 subscribers. Thank you, everyone. Rightio. Yeah, that's right, Susan. Well, in Australia, we don't really have as many species as America, but what we have here, you can catch everything from big tailor, which is the American bluefish. Am I getting... That's it, the American bluefish. And as well as that, you can also catch mulloway, right? I think the American equivalent of mulloway is probably redfish, but they're more of a estuary fish. This is saltwater, okay? And then you get bluefish, which and elfin shad in South Africa, bluefish in America, tailor in Australia. Here, we catch lots of sharks, right? Ooh, do we catch sharks? Now I'll show you how to do a basic rig. Right, so what you do, this is the easiest way to do a loop knot for a sinker. Don't get sucked into putting a sinker onto a swivel at the bottom of your rig. Right, what you do is this, it's really simple. You just go 1, 2, 3, oops, do it again, really simple, 1, 2, 3. Right, bring that in through here like that. Away we go. That's where we're going to put the sinker, okay? Was that a rod going off? Come on. Now, the rod still has a slight bend in it on the tip, so that means the sinker's holding bottom, and what that does is that keeps the line off the shore wash, because in Western Australia we have a lot of shore washing close. Oh, 20 past 7. Oh, there's nothing better than being down at the beach, people. It's lovely. Now, I'll tell you the difference in strikes, okay? So, if we have a mulloway that hits this bait, the rod will shake forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, and then the rod tip will try and hit the water, and the rod will try and act like a javelin. With a snapper, you'll have a slight bend in the rod and it'll go on a nice, long, smooth, well, people call it running, but I don't know why when, like, fish don't have legs, you know? Anyway, and sharks, they just take off bull at a gate, you know? Now, so that's going to go to our swivel, and then now what I need to do is I need to use some 40-pound fluoro, right, and I'm just going to do a quick set of trebles up for these garfish baits. Let's try that. I don't, no it's not, mate. That one's not even in the water, bud. That one's doing nothing. Don't worry, you'll know if it is. You'll know if it is. Don't stress, bud. Oh, you're welcome, Susan. That's just what it comes down to, mate, you know. Look, Susan, a lot of people, when they do live streaming, they're not interested in sharing, you know, what they're doing. But with us here, we like to do that, you know. We've got lots of content coming up on YouTube. Sharon, you won't see. Just subscribe to the channel, which you are, right? And I guarantee you we'll provide you with some really good content. Right, we're going to give the old Shimano a test tonight. Sometimes you get really good tailor at this spot, people, so we're hoping to get that. Right, let me just leave that there. Wow. It works. Okay. So let's just get rid of this. Hey Tools, how are you, bud? No, that's just a Galaxy S22, mate. Oh, unless you mean the case. I'm not really savvy with technology, mate, as you can tell. Thanks very much to 20 people that are watching on this channel. Okay. Right, let's see. Normally on a moonlit night where you've got about 90% moon, you'll usually catch a nice big tailor. Whoops. So what we're going to do is we're going to fish one bait again on this, right, and just work from there. Oh, Happy Tools, awesome. Yeah, I got the S22, the S23. Look, mate, we fish catch and release, and the main reason why we go fishing is for relaxation and for peace of mind. Fishing's great for your mental health. when you are catching fish. But, you know, we don't do this just to get hype and that. We let all of our fish go, apart from stuff that's not susceptible to overfishing. What I might do actually, I might use the same pound line. Yeah, it's all good, mate, you know. And I mean, the best thing about fishing is, bud, you don't have to be a millionaire to do it, you know, although some people try and act like millionaires, which doesn't do them any favours, you know. All right, so we're going to fish with the Shimano Speedmaster 14,000 XDT. Just excuse me while I share this on Twitter. Now that we've finally got it sorted. All right. So what we've done here, okay, let me give you one tip that will make your life easy with fishing. If you try and get your bait and your sinker reasonably close together, right, they'll be a lot easier to cast. But let me give you a tip. See how I'm fishing with a loop here? Don't make your lateral leader long enough so that it grips, it'll clip onto the loop, because that will cause you headaches, okay? So what'll happen is, if the bait spirals as it's going through the air, sometimes it can attach itself to the sinker, much like that, okay? I have tools. I don't really remember, to be straight up with you, bud. I've been fishing since I was a kid, right? And honestly, mate, a lot of the fish that I've caught, I haven't measured, right? I've just gone, yeah, that's a nice fish, and let it go, right? So I'd be missing form here. And the other thing is too, you've got to remember, my friend, if you fish for trout, say for example, and you catch a 10-pound trout, okay, that's a lot like catching, say, a 20-pound tailor, you know. So maybe the best thing to do, right, is say, you know, what's the biggest salmon, or what's the biggest brim, etc., etc., because then it makes it a lot easier to sort of quantify what I've done. So yeah, I mean, I honestly don't remember, man. I don't keep records and all that sort of stuff, you know. I mean, obviously I remember what I did as a kid, but you know, we didn't measure that many fish when we were younger, because we used to fish mainly for food and that sort of stuff, you know. Right. Biggest yellow eye mullet, or pilch as they're called, was caught in the south of the state, and it was about 40 odd centimetres. I can't remember. It was about yay big, mate. So right, there we go. Lovely. See, look, what we've got is we've got a beautiful long rig, and what'll happen is that'll hold up in the current like that. Obviously the float will take it to that, and what'll happen is we don't fish for stingrays on this channel, so that'll hold up in the current like that, okay? Lowy. Yeah, well, that's exactly right, Susan, you know, but unfortunately, you know what it was like back in the 70s and that sort of stuff, mate. Everybody kept everything, which was why there's probably not too many fish left now, you know. It's a sad state of affairs. Sad state of affairs. Rightio. All right, so what we're going to do on here now is we're going to put a nice, big, healthy slab of garfish, right? If I can remember where I put it. Here we are. Lowie will remember these. These are the same ones from Calbarry Lowie. You don't use that much bait when you're fishing unless you're sort of, you know, catching a lot of picky fish, you know what I mean? Right, let's give this one to nature. Yeah. Come on. I need some water. Okay, so now the tide's starting to come in, fam. This is good. We've got a nice big bait out there. Now, people, if I can offer one bit of advice, right? Post-COVID, okay, things got very expensive, all right? And, what? Welcome back, Weddle. So what you do, say for example, this garfish, that's too big to put on as one bait. You should be able to get about 4 baits out of this. Let me show you what to do. First thing, cut the beak off. Right, like that. Great. Cut the tail off. Awesome, unless you're fishing up north and you've got big enough hooks to do it with. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to fillet this now. 4x6 those, which is about yay long. Right, that's a beautiful bit of fillet. While it's still frozen, we're going to cast it out there. And I'll get about 4 baits out of this, people. Nicely done, let's go. I'm so looking forward to hooking a nice fish on this reel. All right, 6 ounces of lead. Let's go. Da 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 da. Woohoo! Send it! Da 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 da. Running up the beach like a forgotten Iron Man. Da da da. Right. Well, at least the weed's gone. Nice. So, we've got 2 big baits out there. This one's already had a hit. Stop it. Right, so the mullet, that's better, that's set. That's better, that's set, nice. Okay, might be a little bit close to the full moon, people. Come on, stop that. Hey there, Australian shooting channel, we did. And then we came across to here. Yeah, if you figure out, Weddle, what they're biting on, bud. If you figure out what they're biting on, mate. That's weed, unfortunately. Oh, get out of there. That's not weed, that's a fish. Hang on. Come on. Okay, so the other one's getting a hit now, which is good. Right. Something's going to happen with that one in a minute. Oh. Yeah, it's getting a little bit colder, mate, but we're good. I've got a spare shirt in there that I put over this top. Just let me know if you can hear me properly when I've got my back turned, because that's where I've put that to... What we'll do, people, is we'll give it till about... Oh, it's after 7:30 now. I have to remember sometimes that I'm a husband and I've got to stop being such a wild man. You know what I mean? Now, I wonder if this is going to... don't know. Will it work? Thank you very much to the 22 likes on the live stream, people. Now, we've got a huge year of streaming ahead. We've got the kayak sponsorship. We'll be doing a lot of freshwater content. This week, we're going to be out in the ocean on the kayak, but we're just going to have to wait till after the weekend. So what we'll be doing is prepping our gear, right? Now, if you're wondering why I've got such tall rod tubes, okay, on some of our fishing rod holders, we've done a few YouTube shorts on them. Basically, these are 1.5 meters long. They're probably about 1.5 feet in the ground. So 12-foot fishing rods are affordable. Every foot above 12 foot, your fishing rods usually go up by $100, right? So this is another way of fishing with a like 12-foot fishing rod and turning it into a 15-footer, you know? Rightio, weed. We've got weed. Come on, bud. More weed. Let go. Come on. Let go. Come on. I am actually winding the reel, but the Shimano has a silent drive. So... What are you doing up there? Something hit that. Oh, you silly bugger. How'd you do that? Come on. Out you come. Naughty, naughty, naughty. You tie a knot, hang on. Yep, let's get that out through there. That held up really well, actually. Garfish is such a nice bait. Right, now what we're going to do is donate that to nature. Right, put a nice big one on it. I don't know, I woke up like that shooting channel, bud. I was meant to go down south today and do a freshwater fishing stream, but my wife said, have you seen your eye? And I went, well, no. And yeah. I don't know what happened. I just woke up like that, mate. So I've got to go and see the doctor tomorrow, you know. Okay. Now, people. No, it's definitely bloodshot. So see this garfish, right? See how I've filleted this garfish? What this is going to do, this is going to expose the stomach, and as this defrosts, it's going to let all the juices out of the fish. Where this backbone is, we use gangs in Western Australia, right? what you can do, oh, sorry about the light, we'll go down this side. What you do is you go that side of the backbone, then the other side of the backbone, then the inside of the backbone, and the outside of the backbone. And what happens is when you do that, right, as you go to cast and the hooks try to straighten, they grip around the backbone, so you can do some really nice long distance casts and not lose your bait. That's one little tip for you. Oi. Not happy with that, hang on. No, you need to go through further than that, champ. That's better. Let's give that a little half hitch in there. No, can't do it, bugger. That's all right, we'll be right. Let's go. Well, I absolutely cast the life out of that one. That was awesome. So what we're going to do, we're just going to hold this now and wait for a bite. Thanks, Weddle. We've got some merch coming out in September, bud. These are proper fishing shirts. So this is SPF 50, and this material draws the moisture and wicks it off your skin and takes it to the outside of the shirt so you stay dry. Right, that was good. Okay. Oh, did we get a hit or what, people? Come on. Come on. That got hit as I was trying to put it in the rod holder. Come back. Oh, come on. Oh, really? How unlucky am I? Just as I was putting it in the rod holder, the rod tip buckled over. Come on. I'm hoping whatever hit this bait swims off and comes back for another go. Come on. Right, what I'm going to do is, if you ever get a really good hit like that, resist the temptation to strike. Right? Just leave that in the rod holder, let it do its own thing. It's already got a taste of the bait. Rightio, do your thing, pal. And look, the other mistake people make is when they get a strike, they usually don't do this, right? I'll show you one of the deliberate mistakes they do, okay? Yeah, Jax, that's actually not true, mate. If you put the hook through the eye, what it'll do is cause your bait to spin. Most fish have a little cavity in front of the eye, between the eye and the nose. That's where you put the hook, mate. And you'll learn that when you start retrieving baits and using them as lures, because if you put it through the eye, the bait will just spin in the water, mate. I've been using the method through the bridge, in between the bridge of the eye and the nose, for about 20 years with much better results. Okay, so number one mistake people make when they try to set a hook, right? They'll go like this, they go, oh, and they bring the rod back past their shoulder, right? And then they'll bring it forward. The distance from there to there gives the fish enough time to throw the hook. If you're going to set the rod, just go to here, boom. That's all you need to do. Make sure it doesn't go past your snout, okay? Wait for the fish to start hitting again, wind your line, drop your rod tip while maintaining tension, and then set the hook again, okay? No, you didn't. You meant to put it through the eye, bud. It's okay, mate. There's lots of YouTube content creators that go, no, you put it through the eye. You don't. I know what I'm doing, don't worry. Rightio, probably have time for a couple more casts. We'll keep going till 8:30. It's all right to make a mistake, bud. Joel, how are you, bud? South Africa, welcome, bud. We are fishing for cob and elfin shad. We don't have any oyster crackers here or anything like that, bud. Voja, dobro den, bračko, zdravo, što dojde. And don't tell on me because I swear in Macedonian so no one understands it, all right? Umise. Come on. I've had situations where I've fished the beach before, right, where the rod's buckled over, the reel screamed while the fish has swum off with it. You bring the bait back in and it's perfect. That's usually a mulloway that does that. I don't know how they do it. They can pick up a bait and move it without even damaging a single scale on it, you know? Thanks, everyone. Yeah, Jack, seriously, bud, mate, there's heaps of YouTubers, right? There's one that's got about 300,000 subscribers that goes, oh yeah, you gotta put it through the eye. And it's like, really? You know, you don't. But anyway, life goes on. If that's all that we've got to worry about today, Jack, my life's great. Now, you know how I said fishing's great for my sort of mental health and state of mind while you're catching fish? When you don't get fish, you get rather agitated and you start making up excuses. It's too wet, it's not raining. It's too dark, you've got the lights on. Righto. It's too cold, but it's hot. Bugger, you know? And if I do stuff up really bad, I will be opening the I'm getting old door. Just let you know. See, this is the trap with YouTube. A lot of YouTube VODs are edited perfectly. They're always catching fish. This is real. If we catch fish, great. If we don't catch fish, well, still great. At least it's real, you know? And this is the real side of fishing, people. You've got to spend countless hours, right? And I mean countless, thankless hours trying to perfect your craft. Oh, come on. Vragot da mizeri. Vojo, calm down, all right? It's not that bad. Oh. Hey there. Right, something tried to sort of inhale that bait then. There was a very, very slight sort of, you know, where the whole rod moves. Love it. Love it. Right, so that sinker's set, that sinker's set. Wow, 23 viewers, thank you. The strangest thing a non-fisher has ever said to you about fishing. A non-fisher has said to me about fishing. Now that is a good question. You're quite the intellectual, Susan, aren't you? Right. That's got me thinking. Well, years ago, before I got married, I had a really annoying old girlfriend that asked me, oh, hey Jack, it's all right, bud, don't stress, mate. So, years ago, you know the marron that you snare and catch in nets, right? I had this really annoying ex-girlfriend. She goes, so what do you do with marron? I said, you boil them. And then she goes, oh, what sound do they make when you boil them? And I said, oh, oh, what was that? Lost much of a bait then? That hit head first, that was a mulloway. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna get another garfish bait and I'm gonna put it on this sucker. Right. That absolutely destroyed the bait, didn't it? Woo. We could be in for a bit of excitement, famo. Rightio. We could be onto something here. We could be onto something. Ooh. Back in a second, I've just got to wet the bait. We've got a gutter in really close to the beach. That's nice. That is very nice. Good old garfish, hey? What's going on? Hi, how are you, bud? Welcome to the stream. What's going on, Joy? What I'm doing here, lid off the bait, and hopefully that fish comes back, you know. That's a lovely cast. Oh, that is just naughty. Come on, bed in. The bait might be too buoyant for the sinker. No, that's all right. Well, at least the weed's gone. Right, well they're not into the mullet tonight, that's for sure. So what we'll do is we'll put a nice big healthy bit of garfish on there, eh? Mix it up a bit, eh? Hiya! This is good. Why so fishy? How are you, bud? All right. Okay, people, so one superstition we have here in Western Australia is that mulloway hit their baits head first, right? So, see here, between the eye and the nose, there's that little cavity. This is what I was referring to before. See, look, see how we haven't put it through the eye, right? There's that little cartilaginous cavity in front of there. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll put this in through here like this, right? And what we have is a beautifully, and I say beautifully presented, half garfish bait. Right, let's see what this does. I think I just threw my neck out of joint. Oh, that's too lovely. You learn that little trick. You learn that little trick when you cast out unweighted baits and retrieve them like lures, because if you leave the tail on, it acts like a paravein, right, and the bait will spin. And if you put it through the eye, the bait will spin again, so it goes a bit silly. When the salmon start when the salmon are here and we're casting out unweighted muleys, unweighted garfish, and using them as lures and reeling it in, then you'll see exactly what I'm referring to. Now, that just got hit. Yep. Go on. That was a good hit. Go on, go on. Resist the temptation. If that's a big fish, it'll do all the work for you itself, right? See how the rod's moving? That's a very heavy sinker on there, people, so I'm hoping all the weeds off here. Oh, make your mind up, come on. This is a big clump of weed here, I think, or not. Something's trying to hit that garfish. Well, whatever it is, it's not doing a good job, but hey, who are we to judge? So they ate the fillet, or filet if you're French. But they didn't eat the main part. Rightio, last few casts. My word, that's just landed then. Rightio. Is this weed? Yeah, I think this is weed, Famo. Or it's a shovel-nosed ray, one of the two. Because shovel-nosed rays sometimes don't put up much of a fight. And I think they come into spawn September, late August. No, I think it's weed. Hang on. Let's have a look. whatever it was, it certainly destroyed the bait, didn't it? Yeah, that's right. And Jack, don't get offended with me, mate. I'm not angry or anything like that, bud. And I wasn't referring to you there, but I'm saying, like, a lot of YouTube shorts and other, like, people that are on YouTube, I wasn't directing that at you, bud. Right? Yeah, it's just a lot of people don't like, what's the best way to do it? Some people will do anything for views, right? We're not like that. We just want to keep it real at all times. Pardon the pun there. And, you know, we just like to, you know, if you make a mistake, like I do all the time, I just go, yeah, right? So it wasn't a personal attack or anything like that, mate. It's just banter, you know? Rightio. Then why is that in the short? Hang on. Rightio. What happened there? Hey, why does my bail arm keep clicking over like that? Hang on, Fairmo. That's not a fish, that's just shore wash. Let's do that again, shall we? We are casting absurdly long ways with these people. Well, I know what my new favourite bait off the beach is going to be. Right. Weird. Garfish are so much tougher than muleys as well. That's going so far. Right, there we go. Whew. Thanks to everyone that stayed watching the stream as well. That was just shore wash then, people. Come on, steady, steady. We are very close to the full moon. I don't normally fish this close to the full moon, but this beach is very susceptible to weed mounting, and because there's been very little of it, I thought I'd come down, but anyway. I don't know whether the picture's that clear, you can see the spray going across. All right. Yeah, maybe they're why so fishy, but yeah, we've caught 2 whiting tonight, so it's all pretty good. Wet fingers don't work. Hang on, Femo. Oh, come on. Alright, we'll just set the sinkers. Starting to quieten down again. No, not really, mate. I should be pretty good actually. Just let me check something, people. Tell you what, No Name, you wade out deeper. I'll watch you do it and see how much of you comes back. Dharma one, welcome bud. Nah, when you're having fun, mate, you enjoy it. Weddle, yeah, we've got a live stream plan on Rotto, bud. We're going to be going to Rottnest and doing some live streaming. I'm just filling out all the applications now. So we're probably about 4 weeks off getting that approved, you know. You've got to be careful because Rottnest is a national park. and you've got really strict guidelines and rules that you have to follow. And if you don't follow them, you don't even get set on the island, mate. So, you know, you just got to make sure you follow the rules, like everything in life, you know. Interesting, master. Oh yeah, it's good, mate. Rotto's good, but you've got to follow the rules, bud. So, that's why not many people live stream from Rotto, people, because it's so hard to get on the island, you know. And if you get caught live streaming on Rottnest and you haven't got permission, they will certainly sort you out. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty blatant, you know. Rightio, we'll start to tidy up. Rottnest is a bit of a paradise too. I mean, you can walk around Rottnest with, you know, just fishing lures and catch fish. When the salmon are on at Rottnest, it's usually a fisher cast, you know. Oh, that's right, Susan, you know what I mean? Like, anywhere that's a national park in Australia, Rottnest, what are some other national parks that are famous? Yeah, it does, Weddle. Mate, you'll be surprised, bud. Most places in Australia have strict rules on streaming. It's just no one's been pinged yet, mate. One day a streamer's going to do something that's going to be really silly, right? Because a lot of streamers, look, and I'm not trying to run everyone down, but there's been a... So, yeah, that's not too far away, you know what I mean? And some bugs flying around my eyes there. So, yeah, and unfortunately, I don't think they get it, you know what I mean? They just don't get the fact that, you know, if you do the wrong thing, people will sort you out because no one's above the law. Here you go, people. Dentless Pig, how are you, bud? These are some homemade surface poppers that I made. Right, these are made out of a broom handle. What I'll do is I'll show you how to make these. Right, really basic. I used to catch a lot of fish with these when I was younger. Right, and when we get onto a salmon school, we'll be casting them out, you know, and see how we go. Dentless Pig, what's going on, bud? How are you, mate? Good to see so many friendly faces in here. Rightio. Nah. In actual fact, Weddle, believe it or not, mate, you can't live stream anywhere, or like, for example, it's just that, put it this way, bud, if someone did a live stream of, say, someone that's under 18, right, and it ended up in the wrong hands, that streamer would go to jail for that, and they can deny it all they want, but fact, all right? Yeah, pretty quiet, Dentless Pig. I think we got here on the wrong side of the tide change, bud, but that's okay. So, you know, we got a couple of little sand whiting that don't have minimum legal sizes. They just have a bag limit, so I'll make a nice little dinner for my wife tomorrow, and all good. Thank you very, very much for the 27 likes. That tells YouTube that we're not a bunch of nutties, right? So now that's going to go in here, is it? Yep. Oh, that's my towel. Which game did you buy, Deathless Pig? Oh, oh yeah, it sure is, Weddle. All right, now, let me skizzes. What I'm going to do is just wind everything in one at a time. We have had some good hits though, just nothing's hooked up. All right, let's see what this one's doing. That's weed. We'll give everything a nice clean wash tomorrow. A Waterworld themed survival game. Is that called Rust? We've just got that spray off the ocean coming in. Weddle for sure. The twins are good boys, mate. But what do they want to do hanging out with an old codger like me, bud? You know what I mean? They're like world champs, mate. They're not going to bloody have any bloody need to hang out with me. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I appreciate the thought, but 3,200 hours. Woo. Oh, mate. 3,200 hours? Do you know? Wow. How the hell do you find time to do that? Was like, you know, 13 to 20 a blur? 3,200 hours. I don't know how you do that in anything, mate. Jesus. And hopefully we cap off our weekend with a nice win to Liverpool. Yay! All right, well, if we stayed tonight, I think we'd have a good chance of a fish, but we're not staying, so. Does it? 0 to 2K, mate. There we go. Rust is quite toxic though, isn't it? I remember there was a little YouTube short of this kid going, yeah, I'm unbeatable. If anybody can, what did he say? If anybody can beat me up, I'll give him $1,000 or whatever. And then the next short goes into where these guys got him and knocked the snot out of him. Player versus player. Oh, okay. Oh, really? So you're like Komomo? He's a good boy. Komomo is my highest ranked subscriber on YouTube. He's funny when he bans them too. They took his shoes, did they? And I mean, like, he was about that thin, and I'm not trying to run the kid down, but what you can do in a video game is not what you can really do in real life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, Kamomo's a good fella. He's, yeah. And he's a good, solid family man too, mate, which is important, you know? Okay, well, that's good, mate. Go and get the baddies. You know what I mean? Pretty soon, they'll be fearing the name Deathless Pig on Rust. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Loey. Thank you very much for modding, bud. Thank you very, very much. Okay, I'll send you a message in a minute, bud. So, I really appreciate the fact that 20 odd people came across from Twitch as well. Okay, famo. Look, thank you very, very much for tuning in. I've only got 3 words to say to everyone, and that's keep being awesome, okay? See you next time. Thank you very, very much for your support. Greatly appreciated. I'll put out another YouTube short tonight too when I get home, all right? Bye for now. Thanks for being such a great crowd tonight. And Jack's Fishing, if I upset you, well, sorry, mate. No malice intended whatsoever. Bye, everyone. You too. Thanks, bud.